Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to say thank you for your coming to my presentation in my YouTube channel. It's great to see you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Diajeng Aram Kusuma and I am is mining engineering student in University of Jember. Okay, I will presentation about the result of International Journal of Mining Science and Technology Review with the title Overburden Management in Open Pitch Option and Limits in Large Limestone Quarries. Let's begin now. First, background. Overburden management is an important text in open pitch exploitation, site topography and morphology as well as the geological and geotechnical properties of natural materials and reprints are the most important factor affecting the disposal piece. There are still many mining components that have not been able to properly manage overburden. Economic and environmental recruitment must be followed in order to achieve the best reclamation result, keeping in mind the constraints of the location such as slope stability, transportation and disposal problems, and interaction with groundwater. Second, the content of the journal is overburden handling has important impact on surface mining project and has to be carefully planned considering both mining activity and site rehabilitation. Overburden materials can be soil, soft, and hard rock. A wide range of equipment can be utilized for overburden removal in open cast mining according to the ground type and the topographic context. If the excavated material can be reprocessed or either for economic or technical reason, overburden has to be disposed by means of a range of systems, typical combines with excavation technique according to the overall productivity. In flat and large locations, stripping is conveniently undertaken by fixed or semi-mobile system, or such as bucket rail, clean bucket, or drag line and belt conveyor, which delivers large production but have low flexibility. The selection of methods for overburden removal and disposal in open pits mining involve geotechnical, topographical, and typical site aspects. Next, three important aspects of disposal. Number one, geotechnical features. This is a material characteristic. For example, grain size distribution, moisture content, compaction in natural or induced. Groundwater interaction, for example, pore pressure, filtering, and piping. Settlements, for example, short and long term, and stability, for example, rockfall, landslide, mudflow subsidence. Number two, environmental features. Groundwater interaction, for example, variation in a natural drainage such as flooding and waterlogging. Chemical pollution such as metal and sulfate. Air pollution, gas such as hydrocarbon, for example, carbon monoxide, natrium dioxide. And land, for example, withering, surface runoff such as flooding, waterlogging, and erosion. 3. Logistic features. Climatic condition, for example, heavy rainfall or snowfalls, access availability by seasonal conditional. Site topography or morphology, for example, gradients, distance, and terrain. Accessibility, for example, primary or secondary routes, ramps, railroads, rails after site rehabilitation, and availability of energy, for example, supply of fuel, electric power, and water. Next, geological of the limestone deposit. In the study area, limestone deposits are converted by several materials of clay and overburden. As shown in the geological cross section, In the picture 3, this is a picture 3, limestone deposit consists of subhorizontal or slightly inclined layer with thickness ranging from 10 until 20 meters. Limestone deposit is covered by a 60 until 70 meters thick layer of soil, clay, sand, and clay which has to be removed by means of excavator or solve and cane bucket excavator. Next, disposal overburden. Picture A, this is a cane bucket excavator operating on side front view. And this is picture B. Picture B is a chain bucket excavator is operation in silty soil, lateral view. And this is picture C, exhausted quarry pit in which the overburden has to be disposed. Material must then be disposed in a nearby exhausted multiply bench, open pitch, partly flooded, which groundwater level expect to rise in the next year. The design productivity has been fixed at 1,000 tons by the quarry owners. The following options have been considered as disposal strategies: surface hauling and dumping technique. Number 2, dumping for fixed discard point located and top bench by means of conveyor belt system. Number 3, dumping in the flooded sector at the pit from floating belt conveyor tips ponton, or for dumping on quarry pit banks with conveyor belt system, then spreading the material in the form of slurry using section dredge. Okay, next, the option of discarrying the removed material from the contour crease of the quarry directly into the pit by using conveyor belts proved to be feasible according to the performed tests. The strength of the method are represented by the absence of the need for soil stabilization and compaction, by the possible reduction of soil or water contacts and pollutants leaching in the case of dry. And the weakness are represented by the relatively low filling efficiency, which has to be determined according to the actual consistency of the soils. Okay, and the last, conclusion. The conclusion of this journal is: overburden removal and disposal operation in quarry pits are effective by geological, geotechnical, and environmental and logistic issue. Methods for handling the material have to be selected of the basis the amount of the volume on the distance from exact excavation to discard point and on the consistency of the material. A general methodology for handling material overburden, that is: number 1, to carefully evaluate the site, particularly aspect, intent as geographic location and the surface morphology. Number 2, to assess in detail both micro and macro properties of overburden materials from the geotechnical point of view. Number 3, to evaluate and compare to the efficiency that can be obtained from alternative option of excavation, transportation, and dumping waste rock and soil. Number 4, to ensure that the final structure stability is achieved and the site is suitable for a possible reclamation procedure. And the last, to evaluate with care the environmental consequence of the dumping filling phase in relation with surface and groundwater quality. This is all for me. Thank you so much for your attention. I would like to apologize if this is a mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.